ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ. O Lord, please lead us from unreality to the reality, from ignorance to the knowledge, and from death to immortality. Oh, peace, peace, peace. Dear devotees, today we are having a new subject towards the goal supreme. So we discussed parables of Sri Ramakrishna for a few weeks and in between few other topics. And today onwards, for a few weeks, we may be discussing towards the goal supreme. This is actually the book, a collection of teachings written by a great monk, which is in Bengali language. It is called Paramartha Prasanga. Paramartha Prasanga. The English translation of this book is available. I mean, in the hard copy also available, and soft copy in the Kindle version and Google Play Books and all. That is towards the goal supreme. And this is a collection of practical hints or practical suggestions given by a great monk called Swami Virajananda. He was the disciple of Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi and is the great follower of Swami Vivekananda. He had a great opportunity to serve Swami Vivekananda and to get praise from congratulations from Swami Vivekananda. Now the point is, to get any praise from Swami Vivekananda with respect to work is not that easy, because he's a man of perfection. They see externally, internally in the human being. So getting praise from such people is not an easy thing or easy task. Whereas Virajananji got this praise from him because he was such a methodical and systematical, organized person. And there's an interesting story also with regarding to Virajananji. Once Virajanji morning, he was just shaving his beard, daily shaving like. Swami Vivekananda called him. See, these great people, it is all very difficult to understand actually sometimes. Swami Vivekananda called him. Now he has put the cream and he has started shaving. So definitely he cannot, in between, he cannot leave and go. So probably he took, though he finished as early as possible, maybe 2, 3, or 5 minutes he might have taken. And he went to Swami Vivekananda. He said, Swamiji, there was a call from you. How can I help you? How can I serve you? Swami Vivekananda said, look, I called you long back. Now work is done and time is done. You can go away. Swami Vivekananda didn't scold or didn't say, why didn't you come? You should be on time, etc. But he said, time is gone, time has gone, and work is done. Now you can go away. There is no use of coming. You are coming now. So that was a great blow to Swami Virajanand. He started thinking, because I was shaving, that is the reason. That was the fact by which I was unable to go and serve my guru like Swami Vivekananda. So from today onwards, I will not shave at all. Because this made me to unable to go and serve Swami Vivekananda, I will not shave. And he stopped shaving. And if you see Swami Vivekananda's, Swami Virajananda's any portrait or picture, which is even in the flyer, today's lecture flyer, you can see long beard. Why he left that long beard? Because he was unable to serve Swami Vivekananda, so he didn't want to shave. Now, this looks bit uncommon and against common sense, and it is too much. That's what we feel. We can feel. But there, the nishtha, the sincerity towards his guru or towards his, person, ideal, that's what is a very important point. And apart from that, he's the person who is to spend for 12 to 16 to 18 hours in Japan meditation. Imagine. So such a person is giving a practical hints about spiritual life and meditation and concentration. So it is based on basically his experience, because himself has struggled and he has reached. And as per available records, the beauty is he used to repeat the Lord's name every day 100,000 times. That is 1 lakh. We get the, like this with the Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi. Every day she used to repeat 100,000 times, 1 lakh japa every day. And being his disciple, her disciple, Swami Virajananji also, slowly he increased his japa and meditation, and per day used to repeat the Lord's name for 100,000 times. So he was a spiritual illuminary from sunrise to sunset, or even more than that. He used to practice japa, he used to practice meditation. That is the great, point about him. So basically, he was a Brahmagnani, or he is a Brahmagnani. He had realized, he had experienced the God, he had experienced the self. So that is his background. Now, many times, because he was also the, fifth president, fifth or sixth president of the Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission. So he had given a initiation for few disciples, few good number of disciples, and many of them were asking time and again, how should I meditate? Or I have got some problems in meditation. I've got some problems with my attitude. I've got some problems with my concentration and whatnot about spiritual life, handling mind, etc. So he was keep on guiding them based on his own experience. Then at some point of time he thought, because time and again there are same type of questions. So why can't I put down on the paper some practical hints for spiritual seeker, which be of help, which will be a guide for them. So that's how he jotted down he didn't write a book in a book form, just he jotted down the points, practical hints. Okay, how should you choose the ideal? How should you meditate? And what is the need of the concentration? How to develop concentration? And how to get away the boredom in the spiritual life. Like this, like a suggestions or practical hints, he jotted down the points. So it became a good collection, and it came in the form of a book called Paramartha Prasanga, and that has been translated to English. That is the Towards the Goal Supreme. And he is the person who is instrumental, who stayed in Advaita Ashrama in the Himalayas in those days, and with Mr. and Mrs. Savior, he stayed with them. And apart from that, he was one of the instrumental who collected Swami Vivekananda's lectures, Swami notes, lectures, letters, epistles, and 4 to 5 volumes he collected, and he edited also wherever is required, and he was instrumental in publishing, in getting published the first 5 volumes of Swami Vivekananda. Now it has come to 8 or 9 volumes. That is different. But initially, when it started, it was just 5 volumes that was available then. He worked day in and day out. Now you imagine, in those days there was no WhatsApp. There is no phone calls like this, which is available now. There is no internet, email, and whatnot. So only letter correspondence. So staying in the interior Himalayas, in the Mayavati ashrama, from there being a president of the ashrama and spending long hours of meditation, he collected, lectures, notes, letters of Swami Vivekananda, and he was instrumental in publishing 5 volumes. And apart from that, he also collected a lot of incidents, life incidents from the Eastern disciples and the Western disciples. Like Swami Vivekananda traveled from southern part of India, western part of India, northern part of India, middle part of India. From there, he collected so many facts. And also Swami Vivekananda, we know that he traveled to West. He was in different parts of America, in London, in Europe, and all. So how much ever is possible, he tried to collect his journey and his going, traveling, and facts, incidents. So which now we see voluminous two volumes, volume 1 and volume 2, Life of Swami Vivekananda by Eastern and Western disciples, and he was instrumental in that getting done also. So see, he was the president of an ashrama. He was living in the Himalayas, and he was practicing meditation for 15 to 16 hours, and he did all that work. When we think we don't have time to meditation, we don't have time to do this, do that, we keep on complaining. But these people, how much they worked. And he has written a wonderful Sanskrit stotra on Sri Ramakrishna and whatnot. And there's a beautiful preface by Christopher Isherwood about this towards the goal supreme. Just you can read, it is very interesting preface. So, giving this background, I would like to go into the teachings. Today, I will be discussing on spiritual practice. What are the practical hints Swami Virajananji has given about the spiritual practice? Most of us, somehow or other, we desire that we would like to practice spirituality, or we would like to have a spiritual practice in every day. But first and foremost, we say, "Oh, Swamiji, we want to do meditation, we want to do prayers, but we don't have time because of work, because of domestic responsibilities, professional responsibilities, and so on and so forth." Here, Swami Virjanji is giving one of the very practical example is just you start your meditation or any spiritual practice, meditation or japa or prayer or scriptural study, just you start with 10 to 15 minutes, but without fail. So he's saying that regularity is a must. And it is very, very important to be a successful person in any field and especially in the spiritual practice. So Swami Virjanji is saying that don't think of hours together, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, 6 hours. That's all. Finally, afterwards, we'll think. Now, initially, you start with 10 to 15 minutes, either reading or japa or meditation. And it should be regular. 3 days, 5 days we did. Or we were inspired, we were getting motivated by some lectures and some reading books. For half an hour, 1 hour, or 40 minutes we did for a few days. And again we stopped. No. And again few days we left. And again few days we did and left. No. Every day you should do without fail, without giving any reason. I mean, once in a while, okay, but generally we should be regular that every day, 10 to 15 minutes you start and you should be doing. And that's what he said. Slowly, then it becomes a habit. Once it becomes a habit, then you can't leave it. Even if you leave meditation, meditation will not leave. When we hear this, oh, that's beautiful. So even like after an habit, if I don't leave meditation, if I leave meditation, meditation doesn't leave you. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful state. How much practice I should do? When can I get this state? And Swami Virjanji says that takes for 3 to 4 hours of regular practice. So 3 to 4 hours, 4 years of regular practice, if you do at least 10, 15 minutes every day without fail, then even if you leave meditation, meditation will not leave you. It becomes a part and parcel of your life. And he gives a beautiful explanation why it is so. Because when you are practicing meditation every day, 10 to 15 minutes, slowly, slowly, initially, like he gives a beautiful example. Many times we think that, oh, there are so many waves, yeah, in the ocean. When the waves let subside, then I will take a bath in the ocean. And I'm waiting, waiting, waiting. Waves are not stopping. I'm unable to take I'm unable to bathe in the ocean. So it is never possible. So similarly, in the midst of the waves, we should go and we should take the bath in the ocean. So similarly, whether your mind is interested or not interested, whether it is restless or it is calm, or whether it is boring or whether it is with enthusiasm, every day without fail you should practice without giving any choice. So this is one of the very important. One is regularity, and the second point, Swami Virajanji is telling that don't give choice to your mind. The moment you give a choice to your mind, it always selects or it always says no. We shall not have a meditation today. Doesn't make one day if you take a leave because Sunday it is. Today if you take a meditation leave, no problem. Then tomorrow will be little difficult to practice meditation. And if you leave tomorrow also because for work or whatever, then the second or third day if you leave, then afterwards again sitting for meditation, it will be very difficult. So regularity is a must. And by doing time and again, what happens? Slowly, slowly, slowly. Initially, you will have a problems, your mind revolts, uh, it becomes difficult, hard task, Herculean task. But slowly, slowly, when you continue any spiritual practice, your mind comes into your control. You'll be able to regulate your time and mind, and you'll be able to tame your mind, and you'll be able to quieten your mind, and you will be established in any spiritual practice. That is called abhyasa or practice. Practice, practice, practice. And he also re-echoes Swami Vivekananda's teachings. An ounce of practice is greater than hundreds of books or a library. So practice is very, very important. And even today, if you see psychological point of view, also it is very clear, because our brain cells are called neurons, and whatever we think, we start thinking, that cell, I mean, our brain cells gets charged. Say for an example, you are thinking about meditation and you are practicing meditation. In meditation, say you are trying to practice, or you are trying to do try to think about particular god like Rama. So the neuron is getting charged like Rama neuron, Rama neuron, Rama neuron, Rama neuron. In between, your mind went to world tour and started thinking about Disney park. Then your mind, that neuron, started getting charged as Disney park, Disney park, Disney park, or Disney park, or whatever. Like that, whatever you start thinking, good thoughts or bad thoughts, spiritual thoughts or materialistic thoughts, art and architecture or whatever, so it is getting charged with that same type of neurons. Then similar type of charged cells or neurons, which is brain cells, they get attached and they started getting intertwined, and it becomes sort of like a rope, which is called permanent memory, which plays in a permanent memory. In the layman's language, we say that as an habit. So once you are keep on doing, your mind neurons get same similar charge, and it gets intertwined, and that's what it becomes habit. So if you cultivate any good habit or any bad habit, it becomes easy. If a good habits, it easy to go forward. Bad habits, it becomes a sort of negative force for all of us. And so Swami Virjanji concludes with this topic, this particular point, that as your habit, so your success, either in the spiritual life, or in the materialistic life. As your habit, so your success. And recently, I was just reading. It is very interesting. The people have done a research. Every day, 10 minutes you are reading just one book. Every day you want to read some reading habit. Every day, just you are in 10 minutes. That's all. Nothing else. Just then, how many books we can read? Every day, 10 minutes. Not many books. Probably 2, 3 books in a year. That's what we think actually, which goes around 250 to 300 pages book. But of late, with the research, they have found out it is not so. Even every day, just you read for 10, I mean, books every day, just which the book size will be the 250 to 300 pages. In a year, you can finish more than 10 books at times. 10 minutes. Oh, no, just I'm waiting for bus. I'm waiting for something to go. 10 minutes is there. So what can I do in 10 minutes? Either I'll be seeing my Facebook or WhatsApp, or thinking something, or doing something. But every day, if we can spend 10 minutes just to read, in a year, one can finish 10 books. And also, a business entrepreneur, in one of his interview, he made a interesting comment that every day he spent, because he was so busy, every day he spent just 10 minutes to learn a new language. In a year, he learned a new language with the communication skills, because he wanted to extend his business or whatever. Now you see importance of the regularity and importance of the small habits or bits and pieces. So this rationally one should keep, or one can keep, and one can think of every day practicing 10 to 15 minutes in spiritual practice. Definitely in the longer run, not immediately. In 1 or 2 or 3 or years or 5 years, then definitely we can progress spiritually. Apart from that, materialistically also. For example, in any field, in a music, or in a maybe language skills, or a writing skills, speaking skill, and whatnot. In every walk of life, or in every field of knowledge, one can develop. So this is what very, very important. Then he makes one more interesting point, that quality of the habit, quality of our practice is also important. Now, 10 to 15 minutes, you are, because regularity has importance, Swamiji has said, Virjanji, okay, I will sit every day for 10 to 15 minutes. Whether you are liking or not, whether you are interested or not, whether you are feeling boredom or not, yes, no choice, we should continue. And slowly, once that habits is forming, then we also should start thinking, we should give our mind towards the quality. So Virjanji says that quality is also very, very important in all our endeavors. You are practicing music, you are practicing writing, or you are practicing some language skills, or you are practicing some cooking, new innovations in cooking, or in meditation, or in business, or in some designs like art, work, or whatever. Everywhere, quality is very, very important. So, quality should be there in every endeavor. So, what do we mean by that? Or how do we understand that? When we say quality is important, yes, of course, we all understand, which we say karma, yoga karma kaushalam, dexterity in work is what yoga, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says. What does it mean? How to achieve this dexterity? How to bring the quality in every endeavor of our life? If you ask, Virjanji says that give your mind and heart completely to that particular task in that particular moment. That is what we say, concentration or ekagra. Eka agra. Agra means sharp, like a sharp of a bow, I mean, a sharp of an arrow or nail. How sharp it is. When it is so sharp, it can go and pierce to the deeper, I mean, it can go and hit the target in very deep level, into the deep root. So similarly, once your mind gets concentrated, means what? You give your heart and soul completely to the endeavor you are taken. So when you are trying to meditate, and as much as possible, you should give your heart and soul for meditation. Similarly with music, similarly with every walk of life. Then what happens? Your success becomes very easy. And that's what we can see in Swami Vivekananda's life. Swami Vivekananda, he was in the western part of India, and he and his brother disciple Swami Akandhananji both were there. Akandhanji went to the public library. He brought the one encyclopedia, first volume, and he gave to Swamiji. That is Swami Vivekananda, because Swami Vivekananda had asked. Now imagine encyclopedia, how big it will be. One encyclopedia, we can use it as a pillow for our sleeping. Such a huge volume. Then second day, first day, I mean, he bought. The next day, Swami Vivekananda said, I've completed my reading. Take this, Akandhananda, return this and bring the second volume. Then he got the second volume from the library. Third day, three volume, third volume. Fourth day, fourth volume. Fifth day, fifth volume. The librarian got really annoyed. Then he said, Swami, do you think that I don't have any work here? Akranai said, why? Why do you feel this? No, because every day you are taking one volume. Why you want to show this? Because you are taking, at least read something and come. Don't to show, don't to do this. Then Akandhanji said, sorry, it is not for me, it is for my brother disciple I'm taking. And he says that he has completed, that's the reason I'm taking a new book. Then the librarian said, please stop nonsense, and you are being a monk, you are not supposed to tell lies. So please ask him to read few pages. Even the editor will not be able to do this, even the editor who has done this encyclopedia work. Then Akhandaji says, okay, I will convey this message to Swami Vivekananda. And Akhandaji goes back and he conveys the message, librarian's message to Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda, he laughs at it and he said, okay, tomorrow I will come along with you. So he finished the fifth volume, fifth volume, and he went along with Akhandaji. And when the two monks, the librarian understood what is the position, then he was a bit annoyed, and with a rough tone, librarian said, "Oh Swami, why read few pages? Why do you, for just to show exhibition sake, why are you taking every book, or why are you asking your brother monk to take every day each new volume?" Then Swami Vivekananda said, "Thank you for your suggestion. Okay, now we have taken 5 volumes, isn't it? You bring 5 volumes and keep on the table. I will close my eyes. You can pick up any volume randomly from these 5 volumes, and you randomly open any volume, any page, and whatever question you want, you ask. Let me see." See, such type of challenges when we put some known people, celebrities, and especially monks, people say, "Oh, maybe okay, Swami, we will avoid." But the librarian was not such a person. He wanted to examine. He said, "Okay, close your eyes." Then Swami Vivekananda closed his eyes. Then, in a randomly, one volume was picked up by librarian, and he opened randomly. And in that page, whatever the topic it was discussed, he asked, the librarian asked Swami Vivekananda, kindly can you tell me what is the discussion which is in encyclopedia about particular topic? For the librarian's astonishment, Swami Vivekananda gave the details of the topic verbatimly. See, you have read, it is in your mind, say about, for an example, about biology, or it's about some the neurology, neuroscience. So you can give some idea, some information. But he didn't give that. He gave verbatimly every sentence similarly. Then librarian was shocked. Not only that, he said this is in which volume and which page number and which column or which para, etc. Everything he told. Librarian got stunned. He started getting sweating. Then he asked two, three times, and Swami Vivekananda gave all the answers. And librarian was, astonished. Librarian asked, sorry, apologized, and he said, whenever you want, how many volumes you want, please take and go, he said. Now, how was it possible? It is because of concentration. Of course, this is extreme cases. We can't get everyone like this power, but Swami Vivekananda had such a concentration, power of concentration. Why? Because he gives his heart and soul and his mind, whatever it is doing, he completely absorbs there. He doesn't think anything else. This is what the power of concentration. So when Virjant is asking, so bring the quality of work in every endeavor, either you are cooking or eating or sleeping or playing or chatting with anyone, give your mind completely and do that so that you can bring the quality in your work. How to do that? Give your heart and soul in every endeavor. Do every action with heart and soul. Give complete 100% attention. That's what the practical hint Swami Vrijananji is saying that. And the same idea has been given by the Patanjali Maharshi 2500 to 3000 years before. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there's a beautiful sutra verse. The sutra goes like this: Satu Dirghakala Nairantarya Satkara Asevito Drudabhumihi. Means, the overall translation is, but it is firmly grounded only when attended for a long time, unceasingly with proper devotion. What does it mean? Here, three important words we have there. One is Dirghakala. So, what is Abhyasa? So, the Patanjali is defining Abhyasa, the regularity is what? Dirghakala. It should be for a long time. It is not 1 week or 3 weeks or 1 month or 2 months. No. Till our success, you have to keep on practicing, keep on practicing, keep on practicing. Practice, practice, practice. Dirghakala. Okay. Nairantarya. Okay, I am practicing meditation for a long time, but I'm not regular. Just I told 15, 20 days I do, then I take a break and leave. There are some people I have heard, and many people come and discuss with me these things. And they practice again for 1 month and they take a leave for 1 or 2 weeks, Easter leave or whatever. Then again they will do for 1, 2, 3 months. Again they will take a leave. No, that is not possible. You should not give any break. That is what called Nairantarya. Then Satkara. This is also very important word. Whatever you are doing, it should be long. Means till you finish your target, till you reach your target, you should be keep on doing Dirghakala, longevity. And Nairantarya means it is without any break. And Satkara means here with devotion, they say, means here we have to understand that with enthusiasm. Yeah, because everyone says that every day I have to do meditation. It seems then only I can reach God. It seems okay. I will sit for 10, 15 minutes. Then Ramayanama, Om Ramayanama, Om Ramayanama. My lips are remembering Rama, Lord, and but my mind is going here and there. It keeps going, never mind, but we should try to control as much as possible. So there should not be boredom, or you should not feel, you should not make it as a mechanical. With enthusiasm, with the energy, with full of zest, you should do that. That's what Virjanji said. You should give a quality of work, you give your heart and soul. The same idea has been used, conveyed by Patanjali with the Satkara. Satkara, Asevita. Adhered. If you adhere for these three things, one is Dirghakala, Nairantarya, Satkara. Then what happens? You will strongly grounded. So strongly grounded means what here? You will attain success. So whichever field you want to attain success, you will be able to achieve. So this is what the Patanjali Maharshi also sees that. And now, one more important point, Swami Virjanji is telling that in the Japan meditation, especially spiritual practice, because we are discussing, when we start, one problem will come. What is that problem? How to come out from that? Swami Virjanji's teachings we will try to understand, quote and unquote. In the beginning, Japa and meditation taste rather dry, yet you must go on practicing them. Even if it be like swallowing medicine, you will find joy after you have practiced steadfastly for 3 to 4 years. Then, if you miss your meditation even for a day, you will feel miserable, out of joint, as it were. So, how to enjoy meditation, or how to enjoy devotional practices or spiritual practices, or how to cultivate liking or desire for the higher things, highest things? This is the practical suggestion. So, you keep on doing it. Initially, you feel that it is like a medicine, getting up early morning. Oh, it's a Herculean task for many of us. Any regularly doing good things, it becomes a very difficult for us. Initially it will be difficult. Initially it feels that it is like going against the gravitational force, or it is like against it is like climbing a Mount Everest, whatnot. Yes, initially it will be there, but you keep on going, keep on going, keep on going with the perseverance. Slowly, slowly, the power of resistance will diminish, will come down. So, with a regularity, without break, with a zest, with enthusiasm, if you are doing, then the resistance will be inversely proportional. It will be reducing. Then it will be successful, is possible. And also, Virjanji tells very clearly, there is no other easy or convenient method to achieve one pointedness, that is concentration of the mind, except by abhyasa, or the repeated and the sustained efforts, and also by vairagya, or non attachment to the worldly objects. Here, vairagya means we should be detached from the unnecessary things, from which makes our body, mind, our thoughts physically or mentally, intellectually, spiritually weak. Such things should be avoided. That is what Virjanji means that. So small habits brings a lot of change. So probably if you remember, just 10 minutes every day, if you start reading continuously without a break every day, just 10 minutes, in a year, you can finish 10 to 15 books. Now, 1 year, 10 to 15 books, in 10 years, it is like 100 books or even 150 books. So much knowledge you can acquire. And we feel, oh, we don't have time. No, if we have got interest, we have got a time for everything. Now, after this, one more important point regarding meditation, Virjanji says that don't try to concentrate or don't try to meditate in your brain or your head. Many people, even recently, one youngster had come. He is getting a lot of there's some problems and all regarding meditation, he said. And he's a very serious sadhaka, serious spiritual practitioner. Then I heard all his story. Then I asked, where do you concentrate? He says, in the my brain or head. I said, yes, that is the problem. Most of us, we are not able to do that. Please don't do that. Shift your constant place of meditation from your head or brain to the center of the heart, which we call spiritual heart. Then this problem will reduce. Initially, though he was not, what do you say, confident, or he didn't get convinced initially, but he said, at least you practice for a few days, we will see. I said, then probably he did. And after a week, he came and he said, yes, Swamiji, whatever I had some problems because of meditation and reactions, all of them, most of them have got stopped. Thank you, he said. So, and why this Vrajanji is telling, because he himself has did this thing. He himself, initially, when he started meditation and doing japa, he started concentrating in the head. As a result, he started getting severe headache and some cramps and so many other things. Then he approaches Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi and he says, Mother, doing japa and meditation, I'm getting severe headache. What is the problem? I don't know. How can I avoid it? Then she asks, where is your place of concentration? Place for your meditation? He says head. She says, though, please shift to the center of your heart, which is called spiritual heart. Then all this problem will reduce or will go away. Then he did it and it happened. So out of his experience, Swami Virjanji is telling, so the center of the place of the meditation, seat for meditation is what should be heart, not the head. And he also says that practically based on Bhagavad Gita, you should try to sit on the leveled ground in a comfortable position, but it should be, you should sit straight and without shaking legs or body parts as much as possible. And inhale and exhale few times, not too many times. And while inhaling, exhaling, feel that your body and mind is becoming calm, quiet, and serene. So, this type of preparation is very, very important for all of us to meditate. That is what happens. You are there something, or your mind was thinking something else. You come and you start meditating initially. For everyone, it is not possible. So when you start with the step-by-step process, meditation becomes easy. Then afterwards, uh, then he gives two practical hints. One is that you take the role of witness and you start just observing the mind. You need not to control your mind. You don't control your thoughts. You don't regulate. Just observe where your mind is going and what it is thinking, and whom it is thinking, a person or a place or a thing or an object or whatever. Then you will find out very interestingly that once you take the role of the witness, and when you start observing as a third person your own mind, your own thoughts, slowly mind becomes calm, thoughts becomes reduced, and thoughts will lose its power and mind becomes still. So this is a practical, and it is very simple exercise, but it has got a lot of it has got a lot of efficacy. So we can you can very well practice. So don't get attach yourself to the mind or the thoughts. Just be a witness and just observe. Just like you are sitting in a park and so many people are coming and going, you are observing. You don't know anyone, just you are observing. So similarly, if you can be an onlooker and start observing your own mind and thoughts, then slowly it becomes calm. Then you can practice meditation. This is a one step he says. Otherwise, if you feel your mind is so much disturbed, you cannot practice witness, it is too difficult for you. If you feel, then you start feeling that God is there for our rescue. God is there everywhere. God is in my heart, and God is listening to my prayers. So, sincerely, with devotion, with whatever language, just we will use our heart language and we will pray to God, please help me to control my mind, to tame my mind, to practice meditation, to practice japa, or to think about you, to concentrate to fix my mind on you. Like that, sincerely, like a child asks to fulfill his or her prayers with a mother. Similarly, we can pray to God. Oh God, I've got this problem, I've got this issue, or I've got this challenge. Please help me. So like that we can pray. So when you start praying, then what happens? Slowly your mind or your emotions are getting tuned to the divine. And when you start praying, what happens? Your mind is getting settled, your mind is getting ready for the meditation. And apart from that, you are shifting your mind from the materialistic level, from the time and space level, or from this worldly level. Slowly you are trying to switch over to the God consciousness, like you are switching over from 2G to 3G or 4G 5G mobiles, advanced mobiles. So similarly, from this materialistic level, through this prayer you will be switching over to connecting to the God, to the consciousness. So once you start praying, you are opening your heart, you are making yourself fit to receive the blessings of the God, to receive the divine grace of the God. That is what very important. So after doing these two, then you can do repetition of the Lord's name. And he also says that repetition of the Lord's name along with the uh, visualizing the Lord's form, both should go hand in hand as much as possible, he says. Now, this is also a very important point, actually, very interesting point. Why is he telling? Why? Because the quality of concentration gets improved. Now, say you are doing only japa, which is easy comparatively, and you are thinking Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. You are repeating 1,000 or 5,000 or 10,000. Repeating can be there, but mind can go here and there. But whereas now you are sitting in front of Shiva, Shiva is there in front. I mean, in front he's sitting and he's looking at you. With he has got a beautiful smile on his face, and he's wearing the what do you say? Tiger skin, and he has got a damaruga in one hand. In one hand, he has got a trident or trishula, and he's wearing snake. Pannagadhara, we say, is wearing a snake, and Ganga is there. Like this, we will visualize the Shiva's form, and we are also repeating the Lord's name, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Then what happens? Because the mind, without name and form, it cannot conceive anything. So for the name, you are giving supplying the Om Namah Shivaya, the form, instead of having different form, you are giving the form of the Shiva. So when this name and form, mind without name and form, it cannot think at all. It is its strength and it is its weakness or limitation also. So when you are doing japa and when you are trying to visualize the Lord's form, both you are taking, then your mind is trying to get covered, completed by these two things. And the quality of meditation, the quality of your concentration gets amplified and your quality of meditation gets increased in no time. Initially, it will be difficult. You'll be able to try and you'll not be able to visualize, or your mind go here and there. All these things are there. But if you keep on continuing, keep on perceiving, keep on with a patience and perseverance, once if you can do this, you can repeat the Lord's name and at the same time you can visualize the God's form, then definitely your quality of meditation gets increased. Then what happens? Your concentration gets increased, your mind becomes calm, your emotional energy gets better, and your manifestation of the divinity becomes better, and your judgment capacity, your thinking capacity, your power of discrimination, all of them gets become better. So basically, your quality of thinking, quality of your mind, quality of your life gets better. It helps your spiritual life as well as materialistic life. That is a reason meditating in the heart and with a name and form is very, very easy. Otherwise, if someone of you say that I prefer the path of knowledge, Gnana Yoga, or the Advaita Vedanta, then I would like to do Vedantic meditation. If you say, yes, there are few method techniques, and some of the techniques already I've taught, which is available on YouTube. You can also explore, and there are Vedantic meditations. You can do that also. And there are different type of meditation techniques also. So basically, by doing that, you are trying to concentrate your energy and channelize it in a constructive way. That is what very important. So feeling the God's consciousness or God's presence or the self is very, very important. And there's a beautifully statement that we are consciously unconscious. We are consciously unconscious, which is very important. I mean, unfortunately our life is, but if you can be conscious at right now, every moment, the power of now. There's a beautiful book by Eckhart Tolle, and Miracle of Mindfulness is there from, Buddhist monk who recently passed away. Thich Nhat Hanh, that's how I remember. It's a beautiful book anyhow. So the power of now, basically, at right now, are you aware that I'm conscious or I am consciousness? Are you aware that you are consciousness? No. Maybe spur of moment, but not always. If you can continue that practice of the presence, either through God or through that consciousness, that I am self, I am consciousness, then it brings tremendous peace, concentration, and quality of the life. So to achieve that, the meditation is the key tool for to achieve that self-consciousness, presence of self-consciousness or presence of the God. So these are the few hints and few practical tips Swami Virjanji has given on the spiritual practice and japa and meditation. And in coming days, we will try to see few other practical hints in coming days. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. So coming 8th Friday, we have got Shivaratri. 6 to 6:30 there will be a talk on Shiva and Shivaratri, and afterwards followed by puja, worship, singing and things. So all are welcome. On the 10th of March, that is on Sunday, morning 10 to 12 noon, we have got Sri Ramakrishna's birthday celebrations. Again, all of you are welcome. And there will be YouTube relay also. Thank you.